Hello and welcome all you basketball fans for another installment of High School Basketball and YSNLive.com. We are here from James W. Watkins Gymnasium and John Cullen Court, home of the Canfield Cardinals, as girls basketball night on the network for this Saturday evening of action. It's the Canfield Cardinals, undefeated in league play and in overall play. They're 13-0 on the regular season. They are 2-0 in the All-American Conference, taking on the Howland Tigers, coming in 5-6 on the regular season, 1-1 in conference play. This has traditionally been a fun battle, regardless of where the venue is, whether here or Howland. These two teams have locked up in the last few years, and it's always been a close conference affair. Howland would love nothing more than to hand the first loss to the Cardinals this season. Your starting five this evening: Mia Thomas, Sophia Powell, Riley Vilwalk, Talia Rischel, and Maya Kubancic for the Tigers. Canfield has Marina Koenig, Sophia Castronova, Jenna Treveri, Aileen Bearcat, and Carly Fleming, the starting five for your Cardinals. Get it over to Thomas. Thomas on the top to Kubancic. Kubancic turned around, tried to pass it on that baseline. It's hit out of bounds off of Rischel last, and back or over to the Cards. First possession today for Canfield. A trap. Look to trap Castronova. They get it back to Soph. Castronova crosses the timeline with it. Picking up the dribble, kick over to Fleming. Fleming now to Treveri at the top. Bearcat gives to Castronova in the corner. Bounce pass out to Koenig. Cardinals have had to deal with lower scoring affairs the last three contests against the Norton Panthers, the Boardman Spartans, and then the Austintown Fitch Falcons. Part of 4 games last week here for Canfield. Jenna Treveri over to Castronova. Castronova bouncing to Fleming. Sitting in that zone defense right now are the Tigers. Look for the bit of opening in it as Bearcat tried it from distance, couldn't get it. Second chance attempt from Fleming. That's no good. And Kubancic secures the rebound. Thomas taking it up over to Powell. Powell to Thomas. Thomas steps into a distant shot and connects. Big shot from distance as Mia Thomas gets the scoring going early for the Tigers, a 3-0 lead. Castronova feeds to Bearcat. Into the forecourt now to Castronova. Back to Bearcat. Swing to the corner. Fleming looks to respond. Overshot it right into the hands of Vilwalk. Riley Vilwalk, feed over to Thomas. Thomas over the top. Kubancic, beautiful positioning. And the Tigers take an early 5-point advantage. Presses on in the full court. Canfield almost turned it over. Castronova comes up with it though. Castronova looking for a pass. Feeds over to Koenig. Koenig on the move. Bounce to Fleming. Out to Bearcat. They tried to swing it one more time. Into the lane. Back out to the wing. Koenig steps in. Mid-range jumper. Overshot. Right to Kubancic. And here come the Tigers the other way. Thomas to that wing. Right back to her. Thomas now goes free throw line, trying to keep that ball moving. Hit loose, ball on the ground, scrap for the basketball, and a jump ball called. Call it Canfield possession as the arrow favoring the Cards. 5:32, first quarter of play. Ty Bartel, YSNLive.com. Thanks you for joining us for this All-American Conference battle between the Canfield Cardinals and the Howland Tigers. Fleming across the timeline to Koenig, now back to the top. Treveri given to Koenig. Koenig over to Castronova. Castronova, quick fire release, left it wide right. Offensive board and looking for contact. Fleming able to create it and go to the stripe for 2. Canfield looks to get on the board here. 5:14 in the first as Carly Fleming with a pair of free throws off that shooting foul. Foul went to Talia Rischel. That's her first and second overall on the Tigers here in the opening quarter. First one rattles home. Canfield on the board. Cardinals meeting a cast of impressive teams this season. Stowe Munroe Falls, Laurel, to name a couple, too. Powerhouses last year in girls basketball. Second one takes a strong bounce. Treveri gets the offensive board, trying to trade 1 for 2, but couldn't convert. Tigers keeping the 4-point lead, taking it into the forecourt. Looking for some more offense to add to this advantage. Powell to Thomas. Thomas. One dribble now to Kabancic. Kabancic tried to get it on the move, but Kabancic ended up taking a step too many and called for the travel on that free throw line. Give it back to Canfield on the dead ball turnover. Trying to press here. Fleming goes to Castronova across the court. So back to Fleming across the timeline. Get it to the corner. Koenig pulls the trigger. In and out it goes. Rebound out of the bounds, rather, off of the Cardinals last. Tiger basketball. Defense stays in the forecourt for Canfield as Howland getting it to Powell. Screen set there by Vilwalk. Now to Thomas. Back to Vilwalk. Vilwalk trying to get down on the block, and a jump ball called. That one will stay with the Tigers as possession arrow. Second jump ball we've had here in this first quarter, both teams. The recipient of a possession now. Quick cut into Kabancic. One dribble, put it up, and defense right there for Canfield, causing all sorts of havoc in the lane. Treveri enters that left side from that block, puts it off the window for good, 2. First field goal of the day for the Cards, as Treveri gives them the bucket and cuts this deficit down to 2. Work it to Kabancic. Kabancic tried to pass across the court, take it away. Castronova to Fleming. Fleming the tough take, and she'll drip it in. Carly Fleming just needs a little bit of space, and she somehow found the bucket. She now has 3 points for the Cardinals here in the first quarter. Low scoring first, both teams trying to find seams in the offense. Vilwalk sidesteps, puts it up, puts it in. Second three-pointer of the quarter for the Tigers as Vilwalk gets in on the scoring action. Back up by 3. Ball almost turned over, out of bounds, off the Cardinals last as Fleming and Vilwalk. A scrap for the basketball going out of bounds, far sideline. Tigers 3-point lead, looking to add 3:20 in this first quarter. Vilwalk inbounding. Goes to Thomas. Thomas over the top, Kabancic from the elbow, puts it up, puts it in. Back-to-back buckets here for the Tigers, and they're right back up by 5. Janone to Castronova. Castronova trying to work middle. They're looking to trap, are the Tigers. Trap there near the sideline. Castronova just goes off Vilwalk with it. Keeps the possession. Friendly side of the floor, inbounding far sideline, Canfield. They'll stack it up and go to Treveri in the backcourt. Treveri to Janone. Janone, full head of steam, kick it out. Treveri back to Janone now. Janone tried to swing it. Oh, nice pass, give and go, but McElroy couldn't finish it. Beautiful ball movement to create the open look. Tigers survive it and look to add to their 5-point lead. 2:38, first quarter of play. Thomas bringing it up. Defense sitting back for Canfield. Powell has it on the wing. Goes into Kabancic inside the perimeter. Kabancic to work, puts up the tough take. Wide on the shot attempt, out of bounds it goes. Keep it with the Tigers. Mia Thomas inbounding from the baseline. Quick hit opportunity here for Howland. Thomas. Pass to Kabancic. Kabancic holding, giving out. Thomas way downtown. Knock it down again. Mia Thomas, her second of the quarter, both from way downtown. As she's feeling it. Out to McElroy. McElroy, one dribble, put it up, put it in. Canfield settles things down with that bucket, cut it down to 2 possessions. Under 2 in ticking, first quarter of play. Tigers have only known a lead in this game. Canfield trying to get on the comeback trail. Cashing over to Janone. Janone past the pressure, left it in the iron. Treveri gets the second shot attempt, gets the contact, and will go to the line for two. Minute 44, first quarter of play. Treveri looking to cut this down to a potential 4-point contest. Howland grabbing the initial lead with a 5-0 run out of the gates. Canfield came back to tie it at 5-5, and just like that, the Tigers go on a run to retake a 5-point lead. Two for two at the stripe. Treveri makes them both. Tigers with a 4-point lead, ball on the ground. And the whistle blown, double dribble called on the Tigers, and they'll give it back to Canfield. 90 seconds left, opening period of play. Cards bring Carly Fleming back into the game. Treveri calling the play on the floor over to Janone. She'll get it right back to Treveri. Jenna feeds out. Koenig on the wing. Back to Treveri. Opposite side. Treveri feed into the lane now. Carly Fleming splits the defense to get a look, but couldn't finish the shot. Ball out of bounds off Howland last. And Canfield with the quick hit opportunity. Pass over the top to Koenig. Koenig to Treveri. Treveri dribbles in the lane from the elbow to the block. Pass to McElroy. Nice defense by Powell on the denial. Off the block. Keep it with Canfield, but Powell denying McElroy on that shot from the right block. Minute 3 now. 63 ticks left. Over the top to Koenig. Koenig right back to Treveri in the lane. Treveri trying to dribble back her way down. Kick it back out. Now Fleming from the top, can't finish it. Ball tipped and taken away by Howland. 50 seconds left, first quarter of play. Tigers look to extend this advantage. Pass goes to the middle, foul coming as the Cards converge in the middle there, as it was pass intended to get it to that block, and it looked like McElroy and Treveri converged. It was Treveri who picked up the foul for the Cards, her first. Team's first in the quarter for Canfield. Powell has a timeout taken by the Tigers. 30 seconds by Coach Aaron Pounds. We'll take one with him. Back after this. Back here out of that timeout, looking for a quick hit. Powell from distance couldn't find it. As scrapping for the ball, and a foul called on the Tigers. As they're going to bring in Bailey Vilwalk now. Or no, excuse me, Michaela Brown. As the senior Riley Vilwalk back in. You got Riley Vilwalk, Tegan Bell, Maya Kabancic, Sophia Powell, and Mia Thomas, the 5 on the floor for Howland. Koenig, Janone, Treveri, Barricat, and Fleming, the 5 on the floor for Canfield right now, as into the lane, as plenty of traffic there. Tigers get the block. Tigers on transition, get the score as Thomas all the way with the score. 10 seconds in ticking, 6-point lead for Howland. Koenig to Treveri. Treveri to the corner. Fleming puts it up. Little overshot as it'll go into the second quarter. As this buzzer sounds here in the first, a scrappy first quarter of play. 15-9. Tigers in front after one. We're back with the start of the second. Welcome back, everybody. Ty Bartell, YSNLive.com, with the start of the second quarter of play here between the Canfield Cardinals and the Howland Tigers girls basketball teams. Tigers up by a half dozen after a quarter of play. Barricat trying to get Canfield on the right track. Overshot it from the near corner. As Thomas to Powell. Get it back to Thomas. Thomas pass into the lane, and it's taken away by Bearcat off the steal. Nice feed to Fleming, and a transition score for Canfield. What a full court pass by Bearcat to Fleming, and a quick 30-second timeout by Coach Aaron Pounds. It'll be the second taken by the Tigers. We'll take a quick break of action as well. Always a big thank you to our friends over at Belleria, one of the proud sponsors here on ysnlive.com. As we're back here in this All-American Conference matchup, Howland Tigers, Canfield Cardinals, girls basketball team. As Vilwalk step in and knock it down. Riley Vilwalk having herself a game here in this first quarter. She's got 5 points here in the first half. Knocking down a 3, and now her second shot from the field. Work it back out. Casanova knocks it down. Finding just a bit of space, did the Cards that time. First bucket for Soph. And they're back within a possession. Tigers get it to Thomas. Thomas over the top. Kabancic has possession. In and out, though, off the back iron. Right there, second shot attempt. Traveling violation called. And they'll turn it back over to Canfield. Fleming. Right back to Treveri, over to Koenig. Fleming to Bearcat. Bearcat from distance, left it on the rim, and a foul from behind as Koenig called for the contact. As Koenig, first foul for her, first foul on the Cardinals here in the second quarter. First foul in general for either team here in the second quarter of play. Tigers, Thomas to Kabancic. Kabancic tried to feed it in as Castronova knocking it out of bounds. And keeping possession will be Howland on the baseline. Thomas to inbound. Thomas tried to bounce it in. Fleming able to work the steal out to Treveri. Treveri trying to go all the way and working the contact. Treveri to the line for 2. Powell picks up her second foul. Treveri, first one, strong. 6:05, first half of play. Powell. Subbing out, getting a quick rest here in this game. Abby Henry making her appearance here for the Tigers. 2-point game as Treveri splits the pair at the stripe. Thomas out to Vilwalk. Vilwalk over to Henry. Henry back to Vilwalk. Ball was tipped, and it's taken away by Canfield. Fleming crosses the timeline to Bearcat. One more to Koenig in the corner. Back out to Treveri. Treveri steps in. Floater up and down. Nice moving floater by Jenna Treveri. She's got 7 in the first half. And this game tied at 17 apiece. Henry to Vilwalk. Back out Thomas. Thomas bounces it in. Kabancic. Kabancic with Bearcat right there. Kabancic second shot attempt, and it's knocked out of bounds, and keep it with the Tigers. Off of Canfield last, Janone checking in, as well as McElroy for Canfield. Fleming will be checking out. Bearcat as well checking out. Thomas on the inbound. Quick fire and blocked by shot attempt by Moy as Treveri got her hand on it. Work it back out to Thomas. Great defensive play by Jenna Treveri on the denial. They work it back to Moy. Moy with Janone on her out. Now to go over to Thomas. Under 5 minutes to play. Kabancic with McElroy right there. Nice move by Kabancic. Shot attempt a little strong. McElroy with the rebound and a foul called on Kabancic. That'll be her first. second overall on the Tigers here in the second quarter. Treveri on the inbound. Defense sitting back for the Tigers. They were pressing a little bit in that first quarter. Now sitting back more zone defensively. They're going to pick up that ball at the half-court stripe. Moy on ball pressure as Castronova over to Treveri. Treveri open look from the wing. Knock it down. Jenna Treveri going off in the first half. Half of the Cardinal points. She's got 10 of 20. 3-point lead for Canfield. Howland looking for a response. Pass goes to Bell in the corner. Bell try to give back up to Powell. Powell now trying to work it out of that corner. Pass over the top, trying to get it to Kabancic. It's out of bounds. Back to Canfield. 4:10 left, first half of play. 3-point lead for the Cards. As Canfield with possession, looking to extend. Fleming on the inbound. Defense again for Howland. Going to pick up the ball at half court. Janone tries to find Treveri. Treveri gets it with Moy on it. Kick it out to Castronova. Castronova to McElroy. McElroy back out to Fleming. Looking for those lanes. They're going to have to settle for the three. In and out for Castronova as both teams doing a really good job of taking away a lot of the inside game and forcing stuff to the perimeter. Kabancic trying to work the inside shot. Tough look and couldn't finish it. Pass over to Janone. Janone lost it, though, out of bounds. And a turnover at 3:32 here in quarter number 2. Thomas. Thomas with Fleming on her. Over to Powell. Powell to Thomas. Thomas, turnaround jumper. Little short from the free throw line. McElroy grabs the board. Fleming, full head of steam, puts it up and couldn't finish the shot. McElroy right there to clean it up. Nice follow by McElroy. Canfield gets the second chance look. Second bucket of the game for McElroy. 5-point lead. Pass into Thomas. Out to Bell. Bell in on a runner in the lane. Floater gets the friendly bounce off the iron. Cut this down to a 3-point lead. And a quick timeout taken by Coach Aaron Pounds. That'll be timeout number 3 taken by the Tigers here in half number 1. 2:50 left in this first quarter. We'll take a break as well. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. 2:50 left in this first half of play. Ty Bartell, YSNLive.com with the call and coverage of all the action here between these two All-American Conference rivals, the Canfield Cardinals and the Howland Tigers. Fun first half of play it's been so far. Canfield up by 3, 22-19. Nearing the end of this first half. Treveri and the Cards with possession. Out to Koenig. Koenig puts it up. Little strong. Rebounded Vilwalk. Both teams holding the lead in this first half, but not really able to get a ton of separation from one another. Ball taken away. Fleming works the steal. Good ball pressure by Fleming. Castronova tried to pass it in, and Treveri somehow comes up with an elbow jumper. In and out. Would not go, and a push called on McElroy. Foul called on the Cards. Canfield called for their second of the half as both teams now with 2. First on McElroy. 2:05. Thomas with Fleming on her. Over to Vilwalk. Powell goes to Kabancic. Kabancic step back 3. Knock it down and tie it up at 22. Back to even. No sheriff in town. Fleming gets by it to Koenig in the corner. Koenig overshot it. And Powell grabs a hold of it, slows things down. 98 seconds left. Half number 1, Tigers looking for a lead. Kabancic out to Powell. Powell pulls the trigger, but can't find the bottom, and the ball, though, out of bounds. Couldn't secure the rebound that time as the Cardinals give the possession right back to the Tigers and a chance to take the lead on a quick hit. Howland on the pass to Powell. Powell wide open and missed it though on a misfire. Canfield crossing the timeline. Treveri to Castronova. Pass to the corner. They swung it around the horn. Fleming can't find the bottom though. As Kabancic secured the rebound. Thomas over to Powell. We're under a minute to play, first half of play. Free throw line, back out. Vilwalk tries to put it up, traveled with it. Vilwalk finished the shot, but called for shuffling the feet and turned it over back to Canfield. 54.2 ticks to go. First half of play, no sheriff in town currently. Canfield looking to take a hold of that badge. Cardinals get it to Treveri. Treveri cuts in, left block, pass into the lane, taken away by the Tigers. Thomas, give it up to Powell. Backs it out to Thomas, forward back to Powell. Now over to the corner, Vilwalk. Kick back to Rischel. Rischel from the block secures the shot and the lead for the Tigers, 24-22. First bucket for Rischel. 20 seconds left, first half of play. Canfield trails it by 2. Ball hit out of bounds. 14 seconds left. Canfield. Castronova over to Treveri. Treveri tried to pass it in, able to get it to McElroy. McElroy tried to get it back out as Card's not able to get a shot off as the buzzer sounds. As 24-22, Tigers in front after 16 minutes of play. We got a 10-minute halftime intermission in store for you as we'll be paying some bills, thanking some sponsors, and be back with the start of the third quarter, second half here on ysnlive.com. Welcome back, everybody. Ty Bartell, ysnlive.com, as we gear you up and get you ready for the start of the second half of action between the Howland Tigers and the Canfield Cardinals girls basketball teams. Tigers on top by 2 with possession to start here in the second half. 24-22, Tigers advantage as Vilwalk over to Thomas, work it into Powell. Powell gets fouled on the floor. As they call the foul on Barakat. Ball on the ground as Treveri jumps on it, and a jump ball called as Thomas also in the area. Possession arrow favoring the Cards, so Canfield will take over on the baseline. Treveri crossing half court with it. Powell picking her up on defense. Castronova to Barakat, now to Treveri. Treveri stops near the top, kick out to Castronova, right side of the lane. Castronova stopping on the block. She's getting doubled there, try to pass it out. Ball goes kicked, ball violation. Was toe near the out of bounds line, but kick ball violation called on the Tigers. Treveri on the inbound. Treveri kicks out, Koenig. Pass over to Treveri. Ball was tipped, and it'll stay with Canfield. Castronova will inbound from these sidelines over to Treveri. Treveri to Castronova. Pass to Barakat, opposite side wing. Barakat back out to Treveri. Koenig looks to take it, kick it back out. Card just trying to create an opening, it looks like, from the perimeter right now. They swing it over to the corner. Koenig has it, but can't convert it. Rebound, though, on the weak side. Barakat back out. Treveri will take the shot. Leave it strong. Another rebound. Barakat ripping down another offensive board. Treveri thought about pulling the trigger again. Kick it back over. Koenig swing it over to Castronova. Enter the lane, put up the jumper, leave it in the iron, and a rebound followed by a foul as Kabancic secures the board, and the contact after, as the foul was against Koenig, her second, team's second, here in this third quarter of play. So Canfield picking up 2 quick fouls in the first minute and a half. Trailing by 2 in this one. It could pay dividends for the Tigers here in the third. Ball goes into the lane, kick it back out. Thomas moving shot, left it just short. A tie-up, a jump ball called. It'll be Tiger basketball as the arrow favoring Howland. Impounding Thomas. Thomas trying to find that quick hit, finds Powell. Powell from the wing, back into Vilwalk. Bounce pass went to the wing, but no one was there as it goes out of bounds and back to the Cards. Treveri bringing it up. Game high scorer right now with 10 points in this one is Treveri. Works the Bearcat near the elbow. Bearcat hands off. Treveri gets into the lane, tries the floater. Kabancic blocks it, but right to the hands of Koenig. They work it to Bearcat, now to the top. Cashinova pulls the trigger, can't find the net. That was from the top of the key. Tigers off the rebound, ball tipped. Fleming, oh my goodness, what an effort steal by Carly Fleming. Other way to Castronova. Goes Bearcat, Bearcat swings, Treveri going baseline, Treveri. Work it back out, swing it to the top, three-pointer up, left on the iron, rebounded Kabancic. Kabancic out to Powell, numbers for the Tigers in transition. Powell left block shot, put it down. Howland by 4. First score of that third quarter happening there in just a little bit over 5:10 here in the third. Almost jumped it, Treveri keeps possession and keeps the dribble. Picked it up, kick over to Bearcat. Now to the corner in Koenig. Treveri was the intended target. Thomas jumped it for the steal. Thomas pass to Powell. Kick back to Vilwalk. Now to Powell as ball stolen away. Koenig off the steal. 2-on-2. What a move. Koenig the finish. Plus one more. What a take. Marina Koenig. Didn't have numbers, but it didn't matter. Got through the double. And one more coming at the stripe. That'll be the second foul on Kabancic. Couple of Tigers, 3 actually now with 2 fouls as Powell, Kabancic, and Rischel all called for 2 fouls apiece. With 4:43 though here in the third quarter. Not too concerned. You just don't want any of them to pick it up a third before the end of this quarter. Ball out of bounds. Canfield tried to save it after the missed free throw, but they'll take a timeout at a deficit of a bucket. 26-24 Tigers currently in front by 2. We'll take a timeout with Coach Matt Reel and the Cards back after this. Always a war between these two teams as currently the Tigers girls basketball team up by 2. Howland over Canfield. First meeting of the year between these two. They'll be slated for another one in Howland later this year. Foul called on Janone. That'll be the first on Janone. And foul number 3 now on the Cards, leaving them just 1 left to give with 4:36 here in the third quarter. Thomas. And an offensive foul called on Thomas against Fleming. I'll send it back to Canfield. We didn't see it from this angle, but the only thing that official could have seen from the far sideline is maybe a little push-off with the forearm. As they go Bearcat on the wing, Janone on the top. Janone. Swing to Bearcat. Janone back to Bearcat. She'll hoist it and misfire on the attempt. Out of bounds. Back to the Tigers. Howland, 2-point lead. And just trying to add to it. Thomas. Crossing half court to Powell. Forwarding it to Thomas. Thomas bounce pass Kabancic. Beautiful ball movement, but left on the iron. And the ball out of bounds back to Canfield. Canfield. Opportunity down by 2, trying to tie or take the lead. We're 3:48 and moving here in quarter number 3. Live from Canfield, Ohio. Pass to McElroy. McElroy trying to avoid the jump ball. Put it up with some contact and a chance to take the lead. CeCe McElroy somehow got it through. Picked up some contact. She has 6 now in the game. One more for McElroy at the line. 2nd and 1 opportunity for Canfield here in this 3rd quarter. Second one converts for Canfield. They're 1 of 2 in the free throw line this frame. And they retake the lead, 27-26. Vilwalk trying to give it back to the Tigers just off the back iron. Rebounded, knocked out of bounds as Powell couldn't quite get a second shot up. But she will preserve possession for Howland. Quick hit opportunity again. Thomas on the inbound. Top Powell releases. Hit the net on the way down, but misfired on the shot attempt. Keep it, or send it back rather, to Canfield. 3:24, 3rd quarter. Press is on for the Tigers, bringing that pressure here in the backcourt. Janone down the sideline, ball tipped and taken away. Kabancic spins across the timeline, feeds to a cutting Bell. Bell up and through for 2. And the Tigers retake that 1-point lead. Castronova works to Treveri in the middle. Treveri and the Cards numbers. Treveri gets by the defender. Says, excuse me, all the way to the rack for 2. A dozen points for Treveri. She leads the game in scoring. Vilwalk, bounce to the elbow. Try to get it to Kabancic, and it's hit out of bounds off the Cardinals last. Thomas on the inbound. 2:43, 3rd quarter of play. Tigers trail it by 1. Pass tried to go to Kabancic, hit to the hands of Fleming. Fleming, the speed. Oh, what a defensive recovery, but a foul called as Powell tried to get the hand on the ball for the block. Got a little bit of the arm, and Fleming to the line for 2. So quick is Fleming. She got ahead of that defense. And typically, when you got someone trailing you like that, going to the rim for 2. No defender in front of you, all of them behind you. More times than not, you're going to get called for the contact on that. First one good for Fleming, and that lead goes to a bucket for the Tigers. Fleming now with a half dozen on the evening. Kabancic getting a quick rest on the bench. Rischel will check back in for the Tigers. Fleming knocks them both down, and the lead to 3 for Canfield. Tigers, Moy trying to get it to the wing, picked up the dribble, pass to Powell. Powell now into her dribble, bringing it out beyond the perimeter. Over to Moy again. Moy back to Powell. Powell, free throw line jumper on the move. Little strong, rebounded Bell. Bell, get it to Rischel. Rischel converts. Talia Rischel, the score. Treveri to Janone. Janone, quick move, cut to the corner. Fleming up and down. Far corner 3. Carly Fleming. Big response 3 by Canfield. They work it into Rischel. Rischel out to Powell. Powell from distance. Left it wide right. Moy off the offensive board. Tried to bounce it out. Goes to the backcourt. Was it tipped as Fleming kick out to Treveri. Treveri left side of the lane. She'll draw the contact. And a foul on the floor. We'll have Treveri take it baseline for Canfield. That'll be correction on that. If that is the 5th foul, though, on the Tigers, as the scoreboard indicates. Rather, it would be free throws, as it's the bonus for Canfield. As the Cardinals in the bonus. 5 fouls committed by the Tigers now here in the 3rd. 3 committed by Canfield. Canfield still 1 left to give before bonus situation for Howland. First time either team has entered a bonus in this game today. As Treveri knocks down the first. She's got a baker's dozen on the evening. Treveri converts them both. She's got 14. The lead is 6 for Canfield. 95 seconds left, third quarter of play. Tigers trailing by 2 possessions, looking to cut one of those right back. Kabancic pass to Powell. Powell over the top to Rischel, and foul called on McElroy. Getting a little ambitious, trying to knock that ball away from Powell. Went over the back instead. That was the last to give for Canfield, so an opportunity to go to the line on any defensive foul committed by Canfield for the Tigers. Powell, bounce pass, nice move in, kick it back out, Moy from Kabancic, but Moy had it tipped out of bounds as Koenig tipping it out of bounds. Moy inbounds it to Rischel. Out to Bell. Bell from distance. Overshot into the hands of McElroy. McElroy to Koenig. Koenig to Treveri. Treveri goes to Fleming. Right block out to Fleming. Fleming on the wing. One dribble now to McElroy. They'll swing it back to the top. Reset with Koenig. Get it back to Treveri. Treveri. Inside that perimeter. Pass to Janone. Janone out to Treveri from the top. Treveri cuts in. Left side over to Koenig in the lane. Koenig out. Janone pulls the trigger. Can't find the bottom on the bounce. Fleming will rip down the board though. And a double dribble though called on Fleming as she was able to rip down the board but couldn't secure the possession and rather turned it back over to the Tigers. 35.4 here in the third. Powell crosses the timeline. We're under 30 seconds. Stolen away by Fleming. Fleming off the steal. Waits for everyone to blow by on defense. Over to Koenig. Koenig opts not to shoot. Drives in, kicks out. Janone now with it. 15 seconds left. Cards can hold for the last shot if they choose. Koenig brings it to the top. Over to the wing on Janone. Janone back out. Koenig at the top. Decides to pull the trigger. Can't find the bottom. Strong. Couple seconds to go, and the Tigers can't secure possession as the buzzer sounds. 6-point lead for Canfield after 3 quarters of play, 36-30. We go to our fourth and final quarter of action after this on ysnlive.com. Welcome back, everybody. Ty Bartel, ysnlive.com, as we resume action with the start of this fourth quarter here from Canfield High School. You're on John Collin Court. The Canfield Cardinals up by 6, 36-30 over the Howland Tigers. Girls basketball action here tonight. As minor injury on the floor. As Coach Aaron Pounds making the substitution officially before the ball was inbounded too, so caught it timely. Tegan Bell looked like she had a cut or something on the hand too. They're going to tend to that real quickly. Try to get her back into this game. Canfield, 6-point lead and caught sleeping. Carly Fleming had it stolen away by Mary Moy out to Vilwalk. Vilwalk couldn't get the and one, but she'll get 2 at the line. Beautiful steal by Mary Moy. Fleming was sitting there holding it at the wing, trying to set up a play perhaps, and Moy able to catch her. And the steal trying to turn it into points for 2, Vilwalk. She'll rattle home that first. Allen scoring quickly here into this fourth quarter. And Vilwalk will knock them both down. The pass tipped, taken away again. Moy the bucket. Mary Moy coming up as a hero here in the fourth. Couple steals and now a score plus one more at the stripe. Moy with one more at the line. Tigers trying to cut this to a 1-point game. That one will take a bounce off back iron, then front iron before falling. 1-point game once again, quick 5-point spurt in the first 25 seconds of this fourth quarter for Howland. All supplemented by 2 Mary Moy steals. Koenig out to Barracat, now Treveri. Treveri stops at the top, over to Castronova. Finds Barracat. Treveri downtown, well short. And the ball out of bounds. Back to the Tigers it goes. Howland, chance to take the lead here in the fourth. Powell to Vilwalk. Moy now with it. Moy tried to bounce it into Vilwalk. Koenig there for the steal, and Kabancic takes it away from Koenig. Koenig tried to go long pass down the court. Vilwalk shot up and through. Riley Vilwalk, ice cold 3 from the top, taking a 2-point lead for the Tigers. Vilwalk with 12. Barracat trying to respond the other way. Rebounded by Powell. Out to Thomas. Thomas to Kabancic. Maya Kabancic back out. Thomas. Thomas give to Vilwalk. Thomas try to pass in. Kabancic looking to create space on Barracat and can't finish the shot. Defense by Barracat, slowing it down. Treveri all the way, gets fouled as Vilwalk commits the contact. And Treveri, 14 points in the game, going to the line for 2. She's the leading scorer of the game, followed by Riley Vilwalk with 12 for the Howland Tigers. And the first is good. 15 now for Treveri. Second one short on the attempt. Howland preserves their 1-point advantage. Taking possession across the half-court stripe. Thomas works to Powell. Powell to Vilwalk. Vilwalk now back out to Moy. Keeping passes near the perimeter. Out deep beyond the key. Kick it into Powell. Powell tried to get it off the glass. Scrap for the ball. Jump ball is called. It'll be Tiger basketball. Thomas on the inbound. Tigers trying to add to that 1-point advantage. They go to Powell on the wing. Powell. Feed over to Moy. Moy bounce into Kabancic. Kabancic with McElroy right there. Sneaks it through with a reverse layup. Nice reverse layup by Kabancic. 3-point game now for the Tigers. And a foul is called. And they call it on Powell, I believe. No, they call it on Kabancic, her third. And a 30-second timeout called by Canfield following the foul. As we'll take one with them. 5:09, fourth quarter of play. Still anybody's game, and what a game it's been. Back after this.
The Links at Firestone Farms is the area's premier golf course and provides a great test for golfers of all ages. Enjoy playing 18 holes on our signature Link-style layout. Stop in our fully stocked golf shop or fine-tune your game at our practice facility. The Links has everything you need to take your game to the next level. After the round, stop up at our on-site sports bar, located on the second floor of the clubhouse, located in Columbiana at the corner of 7 and 14. The Links at Firestone Farms. Elevate your game.
Fourth quarter of play. The Howland Tigers up on the Canfield Cardinals, 40-37. 5:09 left to play here in this fourth. A little bit of time to get it in as Cardinals get it to Treveri. Treveri shot up, can't finish it. Rebounded by Powell. Powell try to pass to Moy as stolen away Castronova. Castronova to Koenig. Over to Treveri. Treveri steps into a long-range three, left it on the iron. Rebounded Fleming, and Fleming denied by Powell. Powell the other side. Thomas try to bounce it into Kabancic. Kabancic spins off and puts it through. Howland leads it by 5. Treveri attacks left side, lost the handle. Moy on the steal. 4:20 stepping out of bounds and turning it over. Janone will sub in for the Cards. Koenig also coming off the floor for Canfield. As Treveri with 4:15 and ticking, 5-point lead for the Tigers. Castronova trying to cut 3 off of it, couldn't convert the shot. It was strong. As Thomas taking it in, kicking it out. Vilwalk overshot the attempt. Scrap for the basketball. Jump ball called. It'll be Canfield basketball. We're under 4 to play, 3:55, fourth quarter of play. Cardinals go to Koenig. Koenig drive to the block, feed it out. Fleming now to Janone, to the top in Castronova. And work it back to Janone. Screen getting set, Janone denies it, now Koenig. Koenig to Fleming. Fleming finding Janone. Near side wing to the elbow, McElroy. Kick to Koenig. Koenig open look from the corner. Knock it down. Just what the doctor ordered, Canfield. Back within 2 as Koenig knocks down her first triple of the game. 3:15 and ticking. Tigers try to get one right back. Powell, little strong, rebounded by Fleming. Looking to tie or take the lead. Fleming to Castronova, now to Koenig. Goes to Koenig. Koenig to Fleming. Fleming dribbling through the lane. Feed out. Janone, open look from distance. Bounce off the top. Couldn't get the bounce in. Rebounded Kabancic. Under 3 to play. 2:40 and ticking. Powell running baseline. Other side, Vilwalk. Vilwalk step in 2. Left on the iron, rebounded Kabancic. Offensive foul is called. And that'll be the 4th on Kabancic with 2:31 here in the 4th. Coach Aaron Pounds incensed.
Are you crazy?
And the Cards get possession with 2:31 here in the 4th. Janone gets it. Pressure there by Moy. Janone trying to cross half court, gives to Castronova. Castronova out to Treveri. Back over Castronova. McElroy. Hand off Castronova. Bounce to McElroy underneath the basket. Easy 2 for Canfield. They tie it up 42 apiece. Just lost sight of her underneath. McElroy with 9. No sheriff in town, and we got a timeout at 2:03 here in the 4th. That'll be one of the final 2 for Howland. That'll leave them with 1 left in the game. 3 the other way for Canfield. We'll take a timeout with Coach Aaron Pounds and the Tigers back after this. What a game it's been here in the 4th quarter. We're tied at Jackie Robinson 42 apiece right now. 2:03 left in the 4th. Between these two teams that are just known to go to war each and every regular season here in the All-American Conference. Trying to get it in as McElroy will commit the foul. That'll be the last to give for Canfield as a team here in the 4th. I believe that was their 4th. No, correction, that was their 3rd foul. Both teams now with 3 fouls committed here in the fourth quarter. Both teams with one left to give here in the fourth. Pass in, Kabancic. Kabancic lost it off of the Cardinals last. Keep it with the Tigers, minute 49. Thomas looks for the inbound, goes to Moy. Moy puts it up, puts it in on the quick fire release. Mary Moy gives Howland the 2-point advantage. Treveri. And get out to Castronova. Castronova to Fleming. Fleming to Koenig. Koenig in the corner. Left it on the iron. Rebounded Kabancic. We're under 90 seconds to go. Tigers lead it by 2. Moy to Kabancic. Kabancic lost the handle, and McElroy takes it away. Canfield trailing by 2. Treveri steps in, feeds over. Fleming to Koenig. Now to the top. Screen set. Treveri gets to McElroy. McElroy gets contact and will go to the line. 59.9 in the game. She has 2 free throws to try to tie the game here in the fourth quarter. Last foul to give for the Tigers. That's their 4th as a team. 2nd overall on Mary Moy. That one off the iron, no good. McElroy can't convert that shot attempt. Left him on the iron. Tigers by 2. They get it to Vilwalk, and Vilwalk will get fouled. That's the final one to give for Canfield. Both teams with 4 committed. Castronova called for her 2nd. Timeout taken. Coach Matt Reel will call it. 52.1 seconds to go in the fourth. We'll take one with them back after this. .1 seconds to go. Fourth quarter of play. Tigers by 2 with possession. Trying to find that clear path to victory here against Canfield would be the first defeat by the Cards in the game. And a quick timeout taken by the Tigers as trying to prevent the turnover. That'll be the final timeout for Howland here in the contest. As 2 timeouts still left for Canfield following this. And we'll take another one back after this. Coming out of that Tiger timeout, now is the final for Coach Aaron Pounds in Howland. Ball in the air, kick over to Powell. Powell, shot attempt, couldn't convert it. No, foul called as it was against, I believe Treveri was in the area, called for her 2nd. 40.8 to go, 2 free throws coming up for Powell. Sophia Powell try to take a 2-possession lead here for the Tigers late in this fourth quarter. Powell. Pressure cooker shots. Can't convert the first. It'll keep this a 1-possession game, but trying to protect them from threes now is Powell with the 2nd attempt. That one no good. Rebound into the hands, Vilwalk, and it goes off of the Cardinals last, and the Tigers will keep possession. Howland by 2 with the ball, inbounding baseline. They go to Moy. Moy lost the handle on it. Ball on the ground, kicked ball by Moy, and a turnover to the Cards. Moy had it on the ground, was trying to get it to one of her teammates. Unfortunately and inevitably made contact with her foot on the ball. As Moy's had a great fourth quarter in this one, working some steals and scores, but now Canfield an opportunity. Not a lot of time. 30 seconds and ticking. Cards trail it by 2. Treveri, pass over to Koenig. Koenig drives in, kicks out. Fleming from the corner. Ice in her veins! with a three from the far corner. Carly Fleming with 18.1 to go and a 30-second timeout by the Cards. Boy, oh boy, some more drama to unfold in this one. We got 18 ticks left on the clock, and it's still anybody's game. Back after this. Wow, what a game this has been. Ty Bartell, YSNLive.com. Happy to have the call and coverage of all the action here from Canfield High School. I'm so happy that you chose to spend your Saturday evening with us here on the network. Tigers down by a point. 18.1 to go. Trying to walk it off here on the road. Moy crossing half court. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas bounce in. Kabancic open shot from Moy. It's up. It's off the iron, rebounded McElroy. McElroy avoids the foul, out to Castronova, to Treveri. Cards play keep away and walk out with a 3-point win. Cardinals, by the skin of their teeth, get out of another conference clash, 47-44. They defeat the Howland Tigers here at home to stay undefeated on the season. What a game it was. What an effort from Howland as both teams with the lead in the final 30 seconds of this fourth quarter. Cardinals with the win go to 14-0 on the regular season. They're 3-0 in conference play. Howland drops to 5-7 in the regular season campaign and 1-2 now in conference action. I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and watching this broadcast of high school basketball on YSNLive.com. To our proud owners, both DJ Yoakley and Brian Scott, able to bring this game to each and every person unable to make it in attendance tonight. To our GM, Steve Leslie, who with his work with Bob Scene Park Baseball, YSU Football, and YSNLive.com, the many hats that Mr. Leslie wears, and we thank him for each and every single one of them. And most importantly to all of you who tuned in and helped support these kids, schools, and communities. You guys are really and truly what YSN Live is all about, and so we thank you. Whether you were tuning in from the Howland community supporting your Tigers, or you're right here in the Canfield community supporting your Cardinals, or wherever you may be in the sport of high school basketball. This is Ty Bartell bidding you all a farewell and a good night, everybody.
YSN thanks you for watching this presentation of your sports network. For stories, stats, and more, go to ysnlive.com.